Howdy gangsters, how's it going? I've had a couple of requests to redo this because shitty old 2012 Chris did a low def with no tab version of this solo. I've since improved it, put it in HD with some tabs. So without further ado, if you haven't done this before, this is going to be good. Beast and the Harlot by Avenged Sevenfold. If you have already done it, please revisit it with me. It will be nice and delicious. Let's take a look. Alright, it might seem a little superfluous doing this because we don't actually use the top string, but if you are playing the rest of the song, Beast and the Harlot is in drop D, which goes D, A, D, G, B, E. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first section. I want to start off with a pointer finger on the first string on 10th fret, and then I'm going to play 13 of the second string. We're going to play those together as a chord and then bend the ring finger so we can get that cool dual bend idea. So 10 to 13, we want to do that once. Bring that whole idea up 3 frets. I'm going to play 13 and 16 with the bend on the second string. Then I want to do it again from 16 of the first to 19 of the second. At the end of that, I'm going to do that bend 2 more times. So all together. Okay. After that, I want to slide in from 10 to 13 on the second string, and I'm going to sort of end up in a bit of a D minor pentatonic lick. So I'm sliding in from 10 to 13, and then I roll my ring to the first string and do a pull off from 10 to 13. Oh, sorry, from 13 to 10. So I'm going forwards and then backwards with the pull off. After that, I play 13 of the second string, 10 of the first, and then a bend on 13 of the second string. So all together. Pretty sexy, that lick, and then it works into this. So working with that dual bend idea again, I'm holding 2 notes and then just bending the top note. So what I want to do is I'm going to play 8th fret of the second string, and then on the string above I'm going to be playing 10 of the third. I'm going to play them together and then bend the ring finger up on the third string. And we want to just work this up chromatically 1 fret at a time for 4 of these little dual bends. So I'm going to play 8 and 10, 9 and 11, 10 and 12, and then 11 and 13. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far, and then we'll keep going. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I work into this little chromatic lick. It ends a little bit diatonically, but you get the gist. So I want to start with my pinky finger on 13 of the second string, and I'm going to work that backwards for 4 notes. So I'm going to play 13, 12, 11, 10, then bring that whole idea up 1 fret, which is going to go 14, 13, 12, 11. Back to back, picking all of that obviously, and then I'm only going to do 3 chromatic notes. I'm going to go 15, 14 on the second string. And then as soon as I hit 13, I'm going to sort of work up a bit of a diatonic scale. So I'm going to play 13, 15, 17. To finish that all off, I'm going to play 13, 15, 16 on the first string, and that's going to lead into the next chunk, but we'll end on the 16. So let's go from the chromatic lick, and then we'll take it from the start of the section, and then try the whole thing one more time, even slow with some tabs. Okay, hopefully that's all making sense. Let's go back to the bends at the start of the entire section. One more time, some tabs. guys, let's have a look at the second section. I want to start from 17 of the first string. I'm going to pull off to 13 and then play 17 of the second string and jump back down to 13 of the first. I'm going to repeat that 17 of the second and jump back to the first string one more time, and there's a little bit after that. So we've got... At the end of that, I'm going to play 17 to 13 twice on the second string, but I'm only going to pick it once. So I'm going to have a pick, pull off, hammer, pull off. So all together. Hopefully that's making sense. And then I've got sort of a high, kind of feels a bit like a pentatonic-y shape really. I'm going to do a pull off from 20 to 17 on the first string. Then I'm going to play 20 of the second string. And then I'm going to slide from 17 to 5. So nice and slow. 20 to 17, 20 to the second, and then 17 to 5. And when I get to 5, you'll notice that I did a hammer on to 7 and then pulled off back to 5. So that's all happening in one pick. Let's have a look at the whole section thus far. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I work up what kind of looks like a cross between a D natural minor scale and a cheeky pentatonic as well. I'm going to play 5, 7, 8 on the 5th, and then 5, 6, 7 on the 4th and the 3rd string. 5, 6, 7. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. After I've hit that 7, I want to pull off back to 5 and then do an open note. At the end of that, I'm going to slide from 7 to 9. So it goes. Okay, after that, I'm going to play 7, 9, 10 on the 3rd. Then it works into this phrase. Let's slow down this last little chunk. We'll put it all together and then we'll add the slidey bit at the end of this section. So I'm going to go 9, 10 on the 3rd string and 9, 10 on the 2nd. After I've done this kind of slightly harmonic minor thing, I do a shift and it gets a little bit more straight diatonic. I'm going to play 13, 11, 10 on the 2nd after that. So it goes 9, 10, 9, 10, 13, 11, 10. Then I work that forward, so it's going to go 13, 11, 10, and then reverse 11, 13. At the end of that, I want to play 12, 13 on the 1st string. So all together. Alright, nearly there guys. Let's do what we've got at the start and then we'll add the last little chunk. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. Now it doesn't particularly matter where you start from this section, but we just want to get the slide effect. So what I'm doing here is I'm sliding into 13 of the 1st string and then 15. I think 10's enough of a distance if you want to be precise, but it doesn't really matter too much. We just want the effect of the slide, not necessarily the melodic content of what note you start on. Okay, after that, I'm going to slide to 12. So I'm going to go 13, 15, 12. At the end of that, I want to slide to 13 of the 2nd string. So we're going to have 4 slides. At the end of that, I'm going to do 2 bends on 13 of the 2nd string, full tone. At the end of that, I was hitting a squeal on 10 of the 3rd string. So we've got the 2 bends. And that's the whole section before we get to the big runs in section 3. So let's try it all relatively slowly again and then even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright, let's have a look at section 3. This is very, very fun. I'm not 100% sure modally what's going on, but it's just fun shapes with shredding, really. Can we start from 5 of the 5th string? I want to play 5, 7, 8 there, and then the same on the 4th. And then it's the same shape on the 3rd string, but some different stuff happens. I want to go 5, 7, 8, and then reverse that. So I'll go. So there's going to be 5 notes on that string. I'm going to play 5, 7, 8, 7, 5. And then I go, which is just going 8, 7, 5 twice on the 4th string. So that's going to be our first little shred. Okay, the next one is going to be sort of closer to a Locrian-y shape, I guess. I'm going to play 7, 8, 10 across the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string with some backwards forwards action when we get there. So the 5th and the 4th will be 7, 8, 10. And then I'm going to play 7, 8 on the 3rd string. And then I'm going to play 10, 8, 7 twice as sort of a fast triplet. So it'll go. And then I'm going to do a double sort of triplet idea again. On the 4th string, I'm going to play 10, 8, 7 twice there as well. Alright, here we go from the start. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I work into something sort of a bit diatonic-y and Ionian. Let's slow that down. I want to start by playing 8, 10, 12 on the 5th and the 4th string. Then when I get to the 3rd string, I'm going to play 9, 10, 12 twice. And this is still sort of at a slightly slower, semi-quaver-ish pace, and then we end up with some crazy triplets towards the end. So don't get too excited just yet. Okay, so after I've done the 9, 10, 12 twice in semi-quavers or 16ths, then we hit up the triplets. So I'm going to do sort of basically the same shape and the same group of 3 notes twice on the 2nd string. I'm going to play 10, 11, 13, but it's going to be a little bit faster. I'm playing 10, 11, 13 twice on the 2nd string, and then I want to play forwards and backwards. I'm playing 10, 12, 13, 12, 10 on the 1st string. And then I'm going to go backwards and forwards on the 2nd string. So I think there's going to be 7 notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is. So it's going to go 13, 11, 10, 11, 13, 11, 10. So I think it was just backwards, forwards, backwards. So we've got, at the end of that, I'm going to be playing 12 to 10 on the 3rd string. So just 2 notes. So we're going to go... Let's go from the 5th string on 8th fret. We'll try and get this chunk, and then we'll add the other 2 runs in, put it all together, and then again, even slower with some tabs. Here we go. Let's take it back to the 5, 7, 8 part. We'll put it all together, and then we'll try it again one more time, even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Alright, let's have a look at section 4. This is pretty simple, just some silly, good time chromatics with some diminished harmonies. Always fun. I want to start from 18th fret of the 1st string, and we're going to roll back 18, 17, 16, 15. Picking everything, obviously. And then I want to do that exact same formation on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. So it's not quite chromatic. There's obviously a few notes there, but the shape is exactly the same. I want to jump back down to the 2nd string now and go from 18, 17, 16, 15 again, but we're going to go 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th string, and we're going to end on the 5th. So we're kind of looking at 4 groups of 4 for each group. Hopefully that's making sense. I want to do pretty much exactly the same idea now, but I'm going to jump to 15 of the 1st string, and we're going to play 15, 14, 13, 12, and we're going to go 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th. Then jump to the 2nd string, and we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5 from the 2nd to the 5th. So it's pretty much exactly the same chromatic pattern twice, 3 frets back. So let's try put it all together. 15. And at the end of that, I'm going to do a sexy bend on 13 of the second string. You can add some sexy vibrato at the top if you want. Just for funsies. Alright, let's try it all one more time and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was my remake of the Beast and the Harlot solo. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all very soon.